So my system of method right now is just taking all of the get rid of stuff and tossing it. I'm thinking about tossing it in front of my dresser, and then everything else will go up on the bed just to make it easier on me. So this box right here, this goes underneath the bed. Daniel has to do that. This is like one of his dresser drawer things that he's used since we've been together. Okay, so I physically can't move that, but I'm trying to reach behind me. Oh, that hurt my arms and my hip. Okay, so I have a list of everything that I was going to be answering it, and I was answering these video by video, but there was a couple of these that kind of categorized together, and one is these. I was going to answer 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 4 of these. So one of them is, am I a minimalist? So actually, yes and no. What I do is I try to keep everything kind of minimal. Like, I don't let it get too crazy. Like, granted, it's crazy right now, but that's because we're still moving in, and it took a toll, like I said. So I try to keep things minimal. Like, the kids right now have so much clothes I have to go through and get rid of, but honestly, I try to keep their clothes at like I try to keep their clothes at like 10 outfits, and then about 3 or 4 PJs. That way, you know, they don't need that many clothes. And then they also have some for extra spares and stuff. So, and then like blankets and stuff, as much as I love blankets and they need them, honestly, we don't need 20 blankets per person. Like, it's ridiculous, you guys. I think the most that people need, like in the summer, they need like 1 or 2 thin sheets, and then in the winter they need about 2 or 3 thick sheets. So I try to live minimalist. I try not to overdo it. Like, if there's multiples of the same thing, I don't try to hoard it. You know what I mean? Like, my motto is, if it's cluttering me out or I know somebody else can use it, I'm gonna do it. And I give away a lot of stuff for free. I don't sell a lot, just because I think it's wrong. There's people out there that can use the things that we have. I am finding a whole bunch of clothes. Bear with me, guys. Oh my goodness. If you guys remember the original Nintendo games, look what I found. These were like the black and white Nintendos, like the portable game Nintendos. I have Uno, I have Dr. Mario, I have I have a whole entire bag full of these. These were the Shiznits back in the day. I have Pinocchio. Yeah, I have all kinds of them. That's awesome. What else do I have down here? It's just cool to go through these. I have baby wipes that we can be using. So, let's see. Clothes. This needs to get hung up. See, like, there's just so much in this box. It's ridiculous. Honestly, this can be used for the kids to draw on. Like, I have a lot of garbage down here. Let me see if I can get a garbage bag going, and then I can throw it away in this big garbage bag. Let's see. Decluttering tips. So, my decluttering tips, guys, also with being like minimalist, it saves me the energy level and the mental level, because like if I feel cluttered, I don't want to be in that room, and I don't want to touch it, I don't want to tackle it, I don't want to do anything. It stresses me out. Like, it's taken me 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks to get this room done, and usually somebody would have it done in like the day that it happens, but I can't physically cope. So and it also, with me not having a lot of energy, it makes it easier for me to keep up with the house when it's like minimal, and I don't have to worry about Oh God, it's dusty down here. I don't have to worry about just so much. Like if I can keep it down, like granted we're a family of 5, but if I can keep it down to like 2 loads a week of laundry and 1 load every great once in a while for blankets and sheets, because they don't, personally I don't think they need to be washed once a week, but that's me. Then I know, you know, I know that, like, here's an empty box. This box don't need to be in here. It makes it easier. So my decluttering tips. Okay, so if you have a lot, say for instance, I'm trying to give you, like, clothes. Go, like, if you have a lot of clothes, really look at what you're wearing. If you have clothes that you haven't worn, get rid of it. Why let it take up your mental state when somebody else can be using it? You know, like, don't allow it to clutter you when that room could be used for something else. Like, that's my tips. Like, that's one of them. So, like, I had a dress. I'm looking at the spot that it was at. I had a dress that I had for maybe, let's see, I will be 4 in October. I've had it for about 3 years. I haven't worn it. I haven't worn it since I was pregnant with her. And I got rid of it. And you know what? That person I gave it to wears it every single day, almost. They absolutely love that dress. I mean, so let it bring joy to somebody else. Don't let it clutter you out. Don't let it, don't let it do none of that. Be realistic. Like, if you have 12 pairs of jeans, but you only wear 2 or 3, keep those 2 or 3 and get rid of the rest. Don't keep extra clothes. Appliances. I see a lot of people that have 2 Instant Pots. Like, we have one, guys. But there's a reason why we have one. A lot of people have 2 Instant Pots, but half the time, or majority of the time, they don't even pull out the other one. The reason why we have 2 Instant Pots right now in the house is because one goes in the camper and one stays in here. Why is that? Because I don't have to worry about carrying an Instant Pot back and forth and falling with it. So, it makes it easier on me. Now, if you need those and you're going to be using them all the time, go for it. If you have 12, I'm just going with 12. If you guys have 12 spatulas, why do you have 12 spatulas? Keep 1 or 2 and get rid of the rest. Like, there's no sense. There's just no sense in keeping all of it. I'm going to have to go through these and figure out what needs to be washed again. But, there's, like, no sense in keeping all of it, guys. And then same thing with baby clothes. Like, babies do not need 60 pairs of clothes. There's no sense in it. At all. There's no sense. So, try to keep it minimal. Get rid of it. There's 7 days in a week. I keep 10 outfits. Just to be on the safe side of, like, hey, this is realistic. Like, kids have accidents, that's fine. They don't wear every single clothes. Same thing with toys. Like, if you see kids that are playing with toys, but they're not playing with the other ones, get rid of them. Even if it's, like, sentimental to you guys, like, like, you're afraid of hurting somebody's feelings, like, oh, Aunt Pam got them this year, but they're not playing with it. I would rather, and, like, Aunt Pam would be glad that it went to use by another child than having it sit there and coming down and be like, what? They're not even playing with this, And I'm pretty sure Aunt Pam has gone through a lot of her stuff, or, in her years, and she's donated some things. So just be grateful for what you have. If it doesn't fit you, get rid of it. If it doesn't bring interest to you, get rid of it. That's my motto. Daniel has a lot of books in here, I just realized. What is this? That's a keep. So, just keep in mind, of that. And then, what else is there? Like, if if you haven't used it and if it doesn't have room, either find a place for it or get rid of it. So, the Vortex, I have dandruff in my hair, you guys. Not the Vortex, but the rotisserie oven thing, we got that because it makes it easier for me to deal with the chicken and checking on it, or turkey and everything in the holidays. But we don't use it all the time. We use it like twice a year. You know where it goes? It goes on top of our cabinet. Granted, it's not up there at this moment because we're painting the walls, but that's where it goes. It goes up there on top of the cabinet where it's out of reach, out of sight, out of mind. So I wouldn't get rid of it because it's useful when we need it. Extra Tupperware. Be realistic, guys. How much of that stuff how much of that stuff do you actually need? Do you need 30 different sets of Tupperware? Do you need every single one of those butter bowl containers that you've had? No, probably not. I wouldn't say throw them away because they can be useful to somebody else. But post them like a free website, like on Facebook or something around you. Like, hey, I have these butter bowls. You know, I know people that are starting out, they need containers, and you know, I know it's not the Rubbermaid, but they're clean. You know, somebody out there can use them. And just keep it at that. You know, keep it simple. Keep your house minimal. I am actually really proud at this drawer. That is my tips. Also, another thing that I do, that this is like a wheelchair user thing. I don't know, but this is what I noticed. So I can walk and I can use my chair. Now, I have to use my chair a lot more out and about, but at home, I noticed that like when you're standing up, you're like this big and you can like walk around things. But if you're this big in a chair, you kind of can't do that. So I like to go around in my chair because it makes me more aware of something that's on the floor, and I'm like, oh, okay, so I thought this was a good place to have this, but it's not working out. You know, it needs a home, or it needs to be getting rid of. So that's another like decluttering minimalist tip. So there's another one. Daniel has a lot of papers in here from college that has just, he doesn't need them, he doesn't use them, and really they're collecting space. And he doesn't care that I'm getting rid of them. But let's see what else. So there is decluttering tips. I swear it sounds like somebody's walking in my house, but they're not. It's the cat being crazy. What else is there? You know, I can just sit down, give me like a week, and I can write down all my decluttering tips that I have, and I can come with a video for you guys. Comment down below if you want that. Let's see. And I'll do that. Somebody asked me thoughts about my CMT. Honestly, it's not whatever kind of thing, like, oh, I got it, whatever. I've known for so long, and I know that there's people out there who have it worse than me, so I try to live with that aspect. It is depressing because, I mean, I don't get to do the things that everybody else gets to do, and I am limited, and I am like, I can't run, I can't jump, I can't skip, I can't play with my kids like I want to all the time. You know, I do get wore out. I can't stay on top of the house like it needs to be. I can't have that spotless home that, you know, my husband and that society asks for. It's hard for me. I get wore out. I can't go hiking and rock wall climbing and all that other fun stuff that people get to do. You know, I can't do none of that. I can't just jump on the back of a horse and go horseback riding when I want to. You know, I have to plan where we go strategically. Like Pioneer Park, where we live, right by where we live, that's an awesome park to go walking around. It's wheelchair accessible. It's awesome. I've grown up there my whole entire life. Not all the time did I use a chair. I mean, just as a kid. With having a disability like I do, I was opted out from doing gym class. I mean, I had to go sit in gym when gym was going on in elementary school, but in high school, I didn't have to do nothing, and I didn't have to do anything in gym class when I was in elementary school. And like playing with my friends, it was hard. I couldn't climb up the steps or anything like that. I was really limited. But at the same time, I put into my mind that like my friends can do the steps, but guess what? I get to use the teacher elevator. It's hard, you know, it's hard right now, like, and I'm not saying that I can't take care of my kids, because that's not the case at all. I can take care of my kids. It's the simple fact that, like, when I have to plan things, I have to be like, I physically can't carry Lex in his infancy right now, take care of the kids and try to walk. Like, I need, for the stage that Lex is at right now, because he's not mobile, I can't do that. I can't do that. I have to have Daniel home to help me with him in and out of the car and carry him around just until he's walking. And going to the store, it's hard. I have a feeling when I get my hip replaced, it might help. It will take a year out of my life. Yay, right? PT, physical therapy, all that good junk. So there is that I have to accommodate for. I'm just trying to get these cords. I'm not really like trying to roll them up, but I'm trying to just get them up and out of the way and keep them from tangling each other. The other thing with my CMT is like I have to take in consideration, you know, those things that I can and can't do. And like I said, it's hard. Like I can't just go out and take my kids for a walk because one, I don't have a wheelchair ramp on my van. So I can't load my wheelchair into the van by myself. I can't unload it by myself. And that's hard. That's hard for me to, you know, bite the bullet and say, I can't do that. You know, I can't. But at the same time, you know, when we are at the park, I will race my kids. I always use my smart drive when I'm at the park. And I'm like, hey, you know, let's have a race. Let's see who can go faster. You know, can you beat me? And we're out with my grandparents and stuff, out in their grass and gravel. I'm like, can you outrun me, bud? Let's see who's faster. And that's fun, you know. That's the way that that's the way that they do it. So that's just like my thoughts. Like, it sucks. And I will always know that I will be deteriorating. My muscles will continue to deteriorate no matter. Like, I work out to help that fact, but it's still that thought of my muscles are going to be gone, you know. My fingers are going to cripple even more, and I'm going to need more assistance as time goes on. Yay, right? It sucks, guys. It absolutely sucks. It makes, I do cry about it. I cry internally, and I get stressed out, and then I get angry, and because Daniel tries to ask what's wrong, but I can't tell him what's wrong, because, like, even though he knows, I don't want him to know that it bothers me. And as much counseling as you guys would probably suggest, I just don't. I agree with counseling, but I don't think it would help anything. Like, it's not like fixing a relationship that I just got out of. And Daniel has deodorant, and this smells like the bomb. Wolfthorn deodorant, Old Spice. Oh, this smells good. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, it smells amazing. Alright. I finally got this little box cleaned out. I don't think I'm going to wipe it down, just because I don't have anything to wipe it down with. Whip it real good. Garbage. I have my garbage bag going of garbage. Okay. How many times a year do I see my neurologist? So I see my neurologist once a year at least. It just depends on what is going on. And there is paint on my wash rag. Daniel used my wash rag to get the blue paint that was going on the walls. Thank you, Daniel. So I go twice a year, or I go once a year annually. And when I go, I see everybody there. So like I see OT, PT, nutrition, my neurologist. There's like physical therapy, and then there's like physical therapy, and then there's like physical therapy, like therapist meets physical therapy meets occupational therapist meets. Like it's confusing. I see, no joke, I see about 12 different doctors at one visit. If that makes sense to you guys. So, actually, guys, I'm going to put everything that's get rid of into Daniel's drawer. That way it's all collected, and then I can just grab it from there and put it in a bag. Okay, so I see those. And then if I need anything else, usually I don't have to go back. But if I need something for like my wheelchair and they're like, oh, you know, you have to be seen 6 months or less, then I have to go back, and then I have to go see them again just so that they can, just so that it can be approved through insurance, and they get a blah 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 blah. It sucks, guys. It really does. I can get rid of this. We don't need this towel. We can get rid of that. I'm gonna keep that. That needs to be clean. Baby books, car seats. So yeah, I mean, like, it sucks. I'm not gonna lie. It sucks. But I'm trying to be positive about the whole situation as many times as I say it sucks. These all need to be washed. Mason's pants. Daniel's underwear. Aubrey's sock. So it's a battle on that. Look at Mr. Thuggies. Thugs. I love Mr. Thugs. This bear has been my bear since I was about 11, 12. I got it from Town and Country. When I was with my mentor, they gave out one of these to everybody. Everybody got one that was different, but it's an Aeropostale bear. And he had a little Aeropostale vest until the kids took it off of him. But his name is Mr. Thugs, and he has been Mr. Thugs ever since. So that's the story behind Mr. Thugs. Oh, I wanted to show you guys because they're right here. Now, I have braces. Mine is a lot bigger than Mason's, but these are Mason's. These are Mason's braces for his feet. The ones I had used to go straight up and they didn't hinge. And then they made it where they could hinge, but it went up to my knee. And like, these are buds. His feet usually go right here, but because of his brace and everything, it happened to be, your brace is always bigger than your foot. If that makes sense. Like, they make it to fit, but it's bigger for that fact. And then his has the little, let me show you. His has the little like chip right here, and it goes right inside of here. When you open it, it sits right here to help with your foot. So Mason's got Batman, and then I've got Batman. But also with my brace compared to his, I have a double brace. And this goes, so this is my shoe. These are 9 extra wide. These were made through insurance. And then this is my brace. And it goes in here. And then I have a brace just like Mason's, and we both have Batman's. And then I put it on just like he does, and then I slide my foot into here, and I strap it here. And then Daniel usually ties my shoes because he makes them tight the way they're supposed to be. But that is my braces. Okay, so I'm going to upload this video, and then I'm going to finish cleaning this room. Alright guys, I'll see you in another video to answer some more of these questions.